Welcome to 99th Monkey Liberty News for Tuesday, June 3rd, 2014. First today I have something that was shared on Facebook, and it lists Monsanto employees, Monsanto position, U.S. government position. And you've heard people talk about this, how people are rotated in and out of agricultural and food and drug positions in the government and Monsanto. And these are specifics. And what I really want to talk about today is how strong of an effort there is to mask what's really going on and to fool people. And just an encouragement to myself and everybody just to be extremely diligent in filtering things. And I know that's something that I mention a lot, but the things that are happening are the main thing that's been happening is deception. And the thing that's changing is our ability to see beyond the deception, see the man behind the curtain, so to speak, and encourage other people and help other people realize what's going on behind the curtain. From InfoWars and everything today, I'm kind of just focusing on that. False flag terrorism to sustain America's humanitarian agenda. This is, double speak to call empire building a humanitarian agenda. It's not a humanitarian agenda. It's empire building, and it's accomplished through deceiving us and making us afraid, making us believe lies. And it's just really up to us whether we buy into this or not. And I'm especially bringing this up because Bilderberg has wrapped up, and official Bilderberg 2014 membership list released. There was an attempt made to convince us that they wanted to be open and honest about what they were doing. I'm hoping that failed, and they wanted to kind of get us on their side, make us believe that that what they're doing is okay, if not admirable, good. And I just, they're not caring nurturers, and no matter what they say, their behavior indicates that their agenda is basically kill, steal, and destroy. They say they want to cull the weak from the herd. That's killing. They have used banks to sap off all of our money. That is stealing. They have destroyed cities like Detroit, and they're in the process of destroying Cleveland by moving the jobs overseas. And kill, steal, and destroy is a satanic agenda. It doesn't matter what you call it, doesn't matter what mask or face you put on it, what stamp you put on it, what facade you try to build over it. Jesus said the devil only comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And that indeed is what the Bilderbergers do and what the cabal does. That's what we see around us. We're aware that that's happening. So to try to be polite and friendly and whatever, does a sheep make friends with a wolf? The story of the three little pigs with the wolf came, I'm going to huff and puff and blow your house down. And that's what wolves do. They strip you of your defenses, and then they devour you. They kill, steal, and destroy. And our defenses right now are our ability to begin to recognize and object to what they're doing. And once we stop objecting, we're then, at least silently giving consent, or maybe not silently giving consent. We've been asked to consent to things. We can't consent to kill, steal, and destroy. I can't consent to kill, steal, and destroy. And, the issue really is energy. I think this blog by John Rappaport, The Composition of Human Life, this is a brilliant, brilliant piece, very moving. And he writes about consciousness, imagination, and energy. The world, I'm quoting, the world is embroiled in the third tier, energy. That's where the great struggles are taking place. That's where people are trying to find enough energy. And really, it's worth reading every word of this, and it's not that long. He writes about some alternative energy, some alternative medicine, but really the idea is the fact that we need more energy. And here's another quote. The point is, the means to exist to multiply the amount of energy available to every human by extraordinary degrees. It is precisely this state of potential abundance that the cartels and monopolies of earth continue to repress. That is their job one, and they live for that job. They hire untold numbers of propagandists to smear and defame sources of energy they don't own. And humans, after a while, stop believing that abundance for all is possible. And it is possible. And I have some scriptures here, some Bible verses. How do we get the energy that we need? Well, he was writing about all forms of energy, and certainly there's alternative energy that we can use to power homes and cities and vehicles. But he also was stating that we ourselves need more energy. We need to be healthier. We need to, our bodies need to be able to access more energy. We need more inspiration, more creativity. And where do we get that? Where does that come from? I want to read a little bit of what Jesus said to the 12 disciples. This is from the book of Mark, and different Gospels have slightly different versions of what was said, but there's something I want to emphasize here from the book of Mark and how Jesus is characterized as having ascended and having communicated with the disciples before he ascended. And I'll start with verse 17. These signs will accompany those who have believed. In my name they will cast out demons, they will speak with new tongues, they will pick up serpents, and if they drink any deadly poison, it will not hurt them. They will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. And what I want to emphasize here, and I didn't come up with this on my own, I heard someone talk about this many years ago, and it's really stuck with me. The last word that Jesus spoke, now according to the Gospel of Mark, and I said other Gospels have something different perhaps, but this is how Mark recorded it. The last word that Jesus spoke to the disciples before he ascended was recover. We have a lot to recover. We have a lot of recovering to do. But I believe we do have resources, and we do have the ability to recover. This is another, and I have a few Bible verses here that I really personally find helpful. And I believe, in getting the energy that we need, that John Rappaport was writing about, there are some sources here. This is from Isaiah. This is all beautiful, really. It's the middle verse that I want to emphasize. But I'll read the whole thing. Justice will dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness will abide in the fertile field. and the work of righteousness will be peace, and the service of righteousness, quietness, and confidence forever. Then my people will live in a peaceful habitation, and in secure dwellings, and in undisturbed resting places. Who doesn't want that? But it begins with justice and righteousness, and results in peace, quietness, and confidence, peaceful habitation, undisturbed resting places. Strength comes from rest. And just to emphasize that even a little more, from Isaiah 30, and this is part of verse 15, in repentance and rest you will be saved. In quietness and trust is your strength. And some translations read, in returning and rest you will be saved. In quietness and confidence is your strength. And we have that resource to tap into all the time. We can turn to the Lord and call on His name, and find that sustenance, that energy. And for the good news for today, I have another recent blog from John Rappaport, Dr. William Cook and his suppressed cancer treatment. And in the other John Rappaport blog I referenced named some other cancer treatments. And there are cures. There are some proven cures. And this is another example. Someone who found the answer. Everybody says that, if you ask most Americans what, you gave them a list of 10 things and included a cure for cancer and asked which one they think is the most significant, most pressing, I'd say a lot of people would say a cure for cancer. Well, we've already had cures for cancer, and they go unacknowledged by the FDA. But I don't want to have this be a downer. I mean, this is good news. The resources are there, and as John Rappaport wrote, they've had to trick people to make us believe that there is not abundance. There is abundance, and it's for us to experience it and help all the people of the world to experience the abundance that is all around us, and was a gift to us from God. And not just a gift to us, but maybe a gift to the universe and to everything that exists. Thank you for tuning in for today's 99th Monkey Liberty News. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Hoping that you will love one another, take care, and enforce the Bill of Rights.